Hey everybody, it's Kelly, and today I'm here with a special layout for you today. I'm doing a collaboration with Anna, and I'm going to kill her last name, Nishiotis, who is Grace Islander on YouTube. She is doing for the month of July a July Scrapathon, and there's a Facebook group for July Scrapathon. She's doing a layout every day in July and is actually just about done, but today we're collaborating. And since it's Sunday, our challenge, which I got to pick, is called Sticky Sunday. So I am going to use as many stickers on a layout as I can, and I challenge you to do the same thing. Now, when I'm all done, I will make sure that I leave a link to Anna's layout as well in the description. So one of the other things you'll notice that's different about my layout today is I have not just a cardstock background, but a white cardstock background, which you rarely see me use those, especially a white cardstock background, because I use so much pattern paper. But I really wanted a column of pattern paper going up, and I wanted the stickers to kind of stand out as the main embellishment and the main sort of patterned kind of things, the focal point of the layout. Obviously, the focal point is this photo of my grandsons who are in a bath with their crazy hair and they're acting very silly. So that's why this is Silly Fish. So to get to the papers I'm using, the cardstock is by Coordinations, and it's the bright white. And right now I'm putting a little tab sticker on that yellow pattern paper. That's from Bella Boulevard Illustrated Faith. It's Whatever is Lovely, and the paper name is Praiseworthy. Now I just added a little sticker up there to that yellow paper, and that little lion sticker is from Bella Boulevard Cute Baby Boy. It's from the Treasured in Text from that collection. I'm just going to pull this little tab off here, and that tab is from Bella Boulevard Simply Spring, and that is from the Treasures and Text as well. So now I am working with that blue paper on the bottom there, and that blue paper is from Bella Boulevard Winter Wonder, and it's the Ski Slopes paper. And I'm putting that cute little scallop border there, which is from Simply Spring as well, the Treasures and Text. And basically everything here is from Bella Boulevard. So I think I'm going to stop telling you that every time. Just assume that it's Bella Boulevard, because it all is. So I'm going to put that little yellow scallop on top of the blue box there. And then on top of that, I'm going to add in that little hedgehog sticker. And that little hedgehog sticker is from the Simply Spring collection, and it's the Treasures and Text sheet again as well. So I'm liking this column of paper, but I want another little narrow element, and I'm going to go to actually a chipboard sheet. So this is the only thing that's not either pattern paper or stickers, and it kind of is a sticker because it does stick down. So I was originally thinking about putting it above the Silly Fish title there, but I'm going to decide to put it below the title instead, and that will give a place for my title to rest. I do like the Silly Fish title just sitting out there, but I don't, I don't know. I tend to like my titles to sit on something. I do have some, I think they're Whatnots from the Chow Chip collection there, and I have pulled a banner that's not going to stay there. So that chipboard heart border is from the Chow Chip The Borders. And I'm just playing around with some other stickers here. I'm adding one up to that lion there. That is not going to stay there. And then I'm playing around again here. You can see that stripe paper that was just thinking about working with there. That stripe paper is the Molly collection, the Sketch with Style paper. And then I have that little duck circle sticker, and that's from Cute Baby Boy again, the Treasures and Text. So the Treasures and Text are the big 12 by 12 sticker sheets. And then Bella Boulevard used to make these little tiny sticker sheets, and that's where I've pulled that cute little truck banner sticker. That's from Baby Boy, the miniatures sticker sheet. So I'm really working to get some of these Bella Boulevard stickers off of all of these sheets here and onto a layout. The one thing that I was really pleased with is that I actually used one of the alphas, because I try to use them and I never seem to get them on a layout. That alpha is from Cute Baby Boy, the Treasures in Text sheet. So I like them, it's just that I never use them. So I'm glad that that is finally on a layout. So now I'm going to start gluing everything down, and to make this simple, I'm just going to put this ruffled border on this little bottom piece here, and then I'm going to just cut it cut it on either side. And this, I've used this kind of sort of layout with the quadrant going, or this vertical column before. I don't know where that originally came from before. I've done it before now as well. And for some reason that horizontal photo made me think of a quadrant, or the quadrant of the vertical column. And I thought the vertical column would be a nice way to sort of hold all of these stickers, that they would be easy to understand, I guess, because there'd be a lot of white space around them, so it meant that I got to put quite a few stickers on. And I think I used 7 different types of stickers, so I was really happy about that. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is for one layout for me. And then on top of that, I used that alpha, so I used a lot more. So I could count a lot more than 7 there. I think 15 if I count the alpha. So yay for me for getting 15 stickers on a layout. And I've done different things when I've used stickers. Sometimes I just group a whole bunch of them in clusters. In this particular case, that just wasn't working for me. That was my original intention, but I instead kind of housed them more on each individual piece of pattern paper there. All right, so I am gluing a lot of these stickers down, which doesn't seem to make a lot of sense because they are stickers, but because I kind of put them on the wax paper, some of them I've tried to use a couple of different times, so I ended up just putting glue on quite a few of these pieces here. So now I just pulled the backing off of that. I couldn't get just the regular backing off of that heart border, so I went down to the cardboard backing and just put that on. And I do need to add a little bit more glue to go in on the left side. It didn't glue all the way down. So now I'm going to add my title in. I did use wax paper so that I could figure out my spacing right away. And the reason I did that is I wasn't positive that that title would fit within the boundaries of the vertical column, at least the horizontal boundary of the vertical column. So I put that on there to just help out. And then that H, one of the, it's not a descender, but the bottom part of the H was a little bit lower than the other side. And because I had chipboard instead of flat, I needed to cut that off. And I'm using my cutter bee tweezers here to help me get the letters on straight so I can see what I'm doing here. And because I used the chipboard, the wax paper there, everything's going on nice and easy for me. All right, and I'm just working from the bottom to the top of the column, and that kind of makes sure that everything will be even, basically. And I'm using my centering ruler to make sure that I have it centered on the whole vertical column. That's the time when your centering ruler really comes in handy, is when you're doing something like this. All right, so now I'm working with that little duck sticker, and I'm going to take my Scotch foam tape there and I'm going to add it to the back of the sticker. That will give it some dimension. So that's one, obviously, if you don't do this already, one great kind of tip there is that you can add some foam adhesive or something behind your stickers to make them more dimensional, especially if you don't have any other dimensional elements on your page. That's really handy then. And I put the duck up there on the top, and it doesn't belong there. I'll remember that, or I'll figure that out in just a second. I put that little truck kind of banner there, and see, I figured out the duck actually is supposed to go down there. I put the little truck banner up on top there, and I did that, not that it meant any of these things other than maybe the duck have anything to do with a bath, but the truck, because they're two boys, I thought was appropriate, and they do have playthings in there, so that's how I'm justifying it. Not that I have to. After all, we're using flamingos and giraffes and elephants and all sorts of crazy things that don't have anything to do with the layout we're doing. So, all right, now I'm playing a little bit with this because there's a lot more space between the title and that top border, so I wanted that sticker to drop down quite a bit more, just because originally when I did this, the silly fish was above that heart border a little bit more. So I took up some of the space. Now your eye visually reads it as having some of that space taken up by the lion sticker there. All right, now I'm adding a little bit of foam tape to the back of that hedgehog sticker. Not the easiest thing to say. And I'm going to put him right on that bottom down there. And then the little hedgehog has a red heart on his tummy, and I want to cover that up. There are red hearts on the heart border up there, but there's no red in that striped paper, and it was just bothering me a little bit that that was showing. So I think I have I'm looking for some hearts that are tiny, and I find these Chamel stickers, but it didn't have, or enamel dots, but it didn't have any of the hearts left on it, but other than the gold ones, which wouldn't have been appropriate on this layout. So I did find that other Chamel, and that is from, those hearts are from the True Stories collection, and that's an older one of hers. The True Stories enamel dots basically is what it is that I put on there. So I'm just going to add one to his little tummy, and there's 3 left here. So I thought what a great opportunity to use some more supplies here. It's a different dimension other than, you know, the chipboard and the fact that I have the stickers up on some foam tape there in a different texture. So that's just a nice way to do that. So I'm going to add one up to the lion sticker, and I added one to the tab that says, the tab says choose happy, which these boys are very happy, so I was pretty excited about that. All right, so I have that all down. I'm thinking I'm going to just do a little bit of journaling right below the photo next to the duck sticker, but it feels incomplete to me. And I'm thinking I need some sort of side border there. I looked at one of the border papers to kind of figure out if maybe that's what it needed, was a border. And I'm thinking about what color, and I just put that little green border there on it. And I thought, yeah, I think green will be good for this. That's the kind of border I want to use. So now I'm going to where I store kind of my faux solid papers, and I'm grabbing some greens to see. That's a little bright yellow. The other one was a little too Kelly green. The green and the stripes and on the heart border are more like olivey green. And so there it is right there. And I decided, yep, I really think that's the green, and you can kind of tell it just looks a little bit better. The color value, so whether it's bright or more muted, just worked better with the diagonal stripe than it does with that polka dot. I do like the polka dot on this layout, but it's a little bit bright for the layout. So now I'm going to go and I cut these borders just a little bit over an inch here, and I'm just going to add them right to the layout. And I love how now that vertical column is going to feel contained within this layout. It kind of felt like there was no edge, even though obviously there's an edge to that paper. It just didn't feel right to me. And then somehow those borders are a little bit short compared to the actual cardstock. So I went and I tried to cut it, but I had too much stuff on there, so I'm going to have to do that with my scissors. And then just so that you know, take a look, because the journaling does go below the photo, and I do have a couple of still shot and a couple of detail shots. And as I said, check out Anna's layout. Hers will be in the description. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout on Tuesday. Bye!